stronger you get. You see me? My mother did say, girl, people will drive you crazy. Oh no, still they go on like you don't know. Still they go on like you don't know. Trusted all the ones them around me. You know how much time they have to try to around me.
So we just spoke about being the alpha female and being successful, and this oftentimes, leads to backlash or jealousy from her friends or others in our lives. Chineykiki tells it all in her song "Fight Me." Welcome, Chineykiki. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, tell us a little bit about who is Chineykiki and your musical journey. Walk us through that.
Sure. So Chineykiki is a dancer, creative director, artist, all in one. And, my musical journey started off actually by following my older sister to Edna Manley. So I started experiencing the world of arts, dancing, acting, singing. And then I further migrated back to the US, and then I started my instrumentation, learning how to play musical instruments.
Okay.
And of course, I continued to dance in your Pasa Pasa, Weddy Weddy, and then the parties in America. And, hanging around some of the popular artists in their studio sessions, it's like I kind of would hear certain keys that they're singing, and I'm like, and helping them with their keys and stuff. And they're like, wait, you can't sing? And, I would play around with music, and people would tell me all the time, like, no, you need to sing.
Yeah.
So I started taking it seriously. At that time as well, I was in church and high school band and choir. And then I finally decided that, all right, this is the journey that I want to take on, you know. And it's had up and downs, but, the downs are, I have a saying that, it's not my saying, but I have a saying that I live by, some of the grapes that are crushed, they make wine,
Yeah.
So it's like I learned to appreciate those down moments because it only makes me stronger.
Now, Chiney, you mentioned the ups and downs. Let's start with the downs first and then talk about the ups. What would you say has been the most challenging part of this musical journey for you?
So I would definitely say, overall in life, sometime as a female, we tend to come across as perhaps weaker, emotional, etc. So it's like I find myself having to prove myself a lot, and just being a new coming artist, maybe perhaps people don't take you as serious as the quote unquote boss artist. So I find myself having to prove a lot, having to work twice as hard. I also live in the United States now, so things are not as easier per se. So it's like finding myself in the midst of these things. It's like, but again, these only will make me stronger. And now when I'm to the certain parts I am or want to be in my musical career, it's just going to be like a breeze,
A breeze, yeah. What about some of these the achievements that you've experienced throughout this journey?
So the achievements have definitely been, getting to travel across the world, really, see different people, meet different cultures, just people in a whole, just people responding to my music and telling me that, hey, that song that you released, it really helped me through a tough time. That win in itself is more than enough to know that, okay, these thoughts that I'm having and then writing it on paper, it's actually helping someone. Because if your music is not uplifting or helping someone, then there really isn't a point. At least at that point, you're just literally just rhyming, But we're supposed to be setting an example for people and making a difference.
Yeah, since you've been away though, Chineykiki, has it been a little bit more difficult for you? And how would you compare the music scene there versus here in Jamaica?
So the music scene is very different. It's a bit difficult because, Jamaica is the mecca of reggae music, dancehall music, so to speak. So you have Europeans and all of the other continents looking at Jamaica, So living overseas, it's a bit more difficult because now, I'm not going to say there are more bills compared to Jamaica, etc. But, we have certain differences than Jamaica itself. So it's now you're in a world where, oh my gosh, taxes, oh my gosh, this, that. And it's like now you're trying to keep up with all of those and also taking care of your music and also making sure you're going to Jamaica often. So now, perhaps the markets outside of Jamaica, as I said, like Europe and these other countries, can also see you. And, one thing about me, I am Jamaican and Ghanaian, so I try to as much involve my culture into everything I do, whether it's photography, videos, I try to at least shoot my videos all the time in Jamaica or Ghana, because I want to stick to my actual culture.
You want to stay true to your roots, girl. I love that. Now, talk to us a little bit about your latest single. I see you have a music video as well and an EP. So let's start with the single and the music video.
Sure. So the recent music video that I released is called Fight Me. That was produced by New Vineyard Music. And it is just basically talking about the fights that, I perhaps have gotten through my musical journey and just my journey overall in life. And it also speaks to the listener and let them know that, when you're elevating, you're always going to get people trying to pull you down. Yeah. And it's up to you to know who you are within yourself, to know how strong you are and how capable, more than capable you are to conquer any obstacle that comes your way. So, they have a saying in Ghana that it's saying that once you're climbing the ladder, that there's always people trying to pull you down off of the ladder instead of helping you. So I kind of wanted to intertwine those, those sayings, so to speak, along with some Jamaican sayings. I also am speaking tree in the song towards the end of the second verse. So I kind of wanted to just, there's people out there going through the same thing I'm going through. So I wanted that song to just relate to that, so people can relate to the song itself.
What about the EP, Chiney? And what kind of, any collaborations and what can we expect when we listen to the project? What's the title of it, first of all?
So the title of the EP is called Pushites, and it is already released. The EP features myself and Evie Pukapu from Nomads.
Okay. And in terms of your sound, do you mix it up? What is it? Reggae, dancehall? When we go listen to it, what we can expect?
Sure. So you can expect reggae. You can expect a splash of dancehall. And there is also an Afrobeat on the song as well. Okay. So the EP is called Kushites, and naturally people, when they hear the word Kushites, they think of Kush, like smoking, but we intentionally did that because, we wanted to attract people, but also to let people know that the land of Kush, or the original Kushites, are African people, and they're powerful warriors, so yeah.
All right, Chineykiki, final question before we go. Where do you envision yourself in the next 5 years? Closing out.
Where do I envision myself? The next 5 years, I envision myself, fully touring and performing. As I said again, I dance and I sing, so I envision myself like on stage doing all of these things. People gonna be like, a Chris Brown cousin, and just being myself and getting to enjoy music, which is my passion and my love, and getting to share it with the world. That is my dream, and that is where I see myself in 5 years. So I'm excited for what's to forward.
All right, Chineykiki, thank you so much for joining us on WeeklendSmile. All the very best to you. And we want to encourage persons to go stream and look up Kushites, look up the new song and the new music video, Fight Me. Big up yourself, Mama. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bless up, Queen.
All right, that was singer Chineykiki. We'll soon come back, guys.
New Vineyard Music. My mother did say, girl, people were trying.
Get ready for Patrick Brown's and Nancy and Pinocchio.